at all, whether that's acting or any like. It's really like you just got to go out and try to figure it out. Especially like with social media nowadays, it's like it's no blueprint for it. So we just trying to figure it out. So for people to even be willing to come on, bro, like that's major, bro. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, that's real.
Any light or game I could, you feel me, possibly give, because I know shit, the area that we in, you know, this media shit, even just being on TV and, you know, acting, a lot of people be having the want or the, you feel me, urge to do it or the dream to do it, but don't even know the first step to take, you feel me?
And what is that first take?
The first step to take, once you don't realize it's something that you want to do, man, get in the environment. And what I mean by that is like start taking acting class, find your local acting class or something whatever city you in. If it's no acting classes, find a local theater to get involved in and start, you know, trying out for theater productions. Just, you know, a theater in every city or something like that. Or, you know, that's really how I got started. Even in Atlanta, I used to do the production of The Wiz that they do for True Colors Theater Company. Shout out Kenny Leon. It's just like, that was Atlanta theater. It was a black Atlanta theater, like, and they put on a gang of shows, and that was just, you know, that played a role in me getting, you know, making connections. And I ended up working with Kenny Leon. I started working with him in the theater in Atlanta. I ended up working with him when he directed Raising in the Sun. He was the director of that with, you know, P. Diddy, Sanaa Lathan, Felicia Rashad. So, and that was something that, you know, from that relationship that I developed doing theater, local theater in Atlanta, it ended up turning into that. You feel me?
You put in a lot of work as a child actor, and it's funny when you talk about just growing up and just like having that bug, but everybody kind of want to be an actor growing up, like want to be a rapper and stuff. Like what really pushes you to really do it? Because everybody growing up, like, you know, when I see celebrities and stuff, be like, I always knew I wanted to be a rapper. Like, I wanted to be a rapper too growing up. I wanted to be an actor too, but like, what made you know, like, no, this is for real? Like, this is not like everybody else's type of,
I'm taking
like,
it to the next
like
step.
I'm taking this for real.
I think the fact that like I got started so young and really was blessed enough to kind of like have the experience of working as a professional actor in professional environments with, like, you know, some real official great people, you feel me? And I was kind of thrown into the realness of it at an early age. So I think that's what kind of drove me to like really want to keep up with it or make it something that, all right, I want to do this forever, like for the rest of my life, you know? Because I was young alongside people that I was looking up to, like people that I wanted to be like, people that I have been studying, like Jamie Foxx, like Denzel Washington. Like, these is people like that and then I'm getting next to these people, you feel me? So I think that's kind of, like I said, me personally, I was blessed enough to like kind of like have those experiences, but that's for sure what drove me.
So what was that like working with Jamie? Because he seemed like the ultimate storyteller.
Bro.
Yeah, he seemed like the
And he like, he really, to me, he in my top 5 actors.
Number one, shout out Jamie Foxx. Number two, bro, talented like a motherfucker, and takes this shit so serious, bro. Like a real, like, all right, let me explain to you what I mean. So the movie that we did is called The Soloist. It's a true story about this man named Nathaniel Ayers. He's a musical prodigy. He's still living. Nathaniel Ayers, he a musical prodigy, went to Juilliard, like played any type of instrument like to perfection. Like, he was like a musical genius. Went to Juilliard, and then he, you know, within his time at Juilliard, developed schizophrenia to the point to where he ended up homeless, living on Skid Row in Los Angeles, where he's still at to this day. But he be on Skid Row with a cello or a violin, like playing classical music. Like, you feel me? Like, legendary, crazy story. So the movie is about him. Jamie Foxx plays Nathaniel Ayers. Robert Downey Jr. plays the reporter that ends up discovering him, and that's how his story got out. He's a journalist that wrote a big story on him, whatever. And so I play Nathaniel Ayers, I played him when he was a kid. So I played a younger version of Jamie Foxx. And shit, if you ever see the movie, we rehearsed with the LA Philharmonic, like learning how to play the cello for the movie. So when you see those scenes in the movie, I got a few scenes where I'm like playing the cello and shit. That's really us playing, like learn how to play. But what I mean to say, bro, the dude Jamie Foxx, bro, Nathaniel Ayers got a gap like in his tooth, like his teeth. So in the movie they made like a mouthpiece for me, like with fake teeth, to look like how his teeth would have looked like. It was just like a fake teeth that you'll clip on, like, and to make my teeth look like that. Jamie Foxx could have did the same shit. Went and got surgery, bro. Like surgery, bro. Like you feel me? Like didn't get the clip on shit, like the mouthpiece shit, like how. Nah, bro. Like went and really altered his shit. Like you feel me? For the time being, he's shooting the shit. Like really altered his shit. Like became this nigga as opposed to spitting the shit out and taking it out when you don't. Nah, bro. And then after he's done, he go and he get, his Jamie Foxx shit back in. But I say that to say, like, the nigga take it to the next level, bro. And I'm young, bro. Like, maybe 12, 13, 14, like, something young, like, when I'm doing this shit. But this is the type of shit I'm seeing, like, damn, like, these is you feel me? This is what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
You like theater or film more? Which one you prefer?
They too different, man. And theater, you have to respect it, man, because it's like, it's a difference between going out and performing on a movie set when it's like, ah, damn, I fucked up. We cut, all right, let's go again. Or, you're altering, you got the power to alter certain shit and cut it together, piece it together, boom. But on that stage, bro, when you in front of them people, what you give is what you give. It's what you got. And if you fuck up, you gotta, it's more so, it's a different type of performance, And what do I like better? I don't know. I can't say I like one over the other, but I definitely respect the art of theater performing, and that's like kind of how I got started, like in the theater. So I never say nothing bad about the theater. You feel me? Even from I spent like 2 years on Broadway. It's actually tonight is the anniversary for the Lion King. I did the Lion King on Broadway. Simba. And we having the anniversary. That was 06 to 07.
Lion King. We was just talking about the Lion King before we got here.
Yeah, that was like 06.
Getting that role, young Simba,
Yeah, my moms had took me to like the Lion King, like when I was young, like took me to the show. I don't think I seen it in New York. I think I seen it like when they used to tour, because they had the Broadway show in New York and then the tour show. And so I think I seen it like in Atlanta or something when I was young. And I was in awe, you feel me? Like, so I used to and Lion King was my shit. Like, I loved the Lion King. I knew every line of the movie. Like, that was my shit. And that was like, as a kid, that's what I used to like act out whole movies. Like, I used to know the whole lines to movies I love, or TV shows, or commercials. I was like, that was my shit. So Lion King was like one of them shows, like, and then I seen it at a young age. My mom took me to see it, so I always say, yo, I want to do that. So I auditioned for the Lion King for like 3 years, bro. And it was a height requirement. Like you couldn't audition once you got to a certain height. So I auditioned for like 3 years. I never got it. Like I never get it. Like I auditioned, they choose me for like 3 years. And then that last year, I was like right at the height requirement. Like I was about to be too tall. Like this was about to be the last year I could do it. So I went in, auditioned, and I was auditioning for the tour show, like the tour show, not even the Broadway show. So I auditioned, I ended up getting to the last thing, and they chose me. And they said, well, you could get on the tour show, but there's a spot opening up on the Broadway show in New York if you want to wait a few months. And then so I was like, yeah, I want to go to Broadway. I want to do New York. And so that's what I ended up doing. And I was one of like the longest running Simbas, like young Simbas that ran on there. I was on there for like a year and a half, '06 or '07. But that was that's really kind of what like pushed me. I was young, bro. And I was just like performing in front of all these people, bro, moving from, just like, living regular, like out here, bro, to I'm performing on Broadway in New York in front of thousands of people every day. Like, it's like a big, quick transition,
Your family got like a lot of pictures and like photos of all that. I'm just thinking about like that Kanye stuff, how they like.
Yeah.
Like your family ever did it? Like got all the pictures of you and doing all your projects.
Yeah. My mom definitely kept up with that stuff because my mom was right next to me that whole time. Like, my mom was damn near like my manager. Like when I started, and it was just me and her. Like, and it was other like people that like we came up with. That's like real friends of ours, like people in the industry that's like, they mama know my mama, like they mama and my mama is best friends, and like we friends, like people that I came up with and stuff like that.
So what comes to mind when like you see those pictures, like in your younger self, or you watch yourself on like a younger project, like do you like relate to it, or like what's those type of feelings that's like evoked when you see that?
Yeah, hell yeah, of course, man. That was the times when my dreams was coming true, bro. Like, when it was like all the shit that I wanted to do or that I was dreaming about, like that I was like praying would happen, it was happening. Like, not necessarily saying like I'd be like, but I was being put in all the positions that I imagined myself in and more. And it was just like, it was amazing, bro. It was unreal because I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm also like, I'm coming back around, like all the people I grew up with, my regular friends going to school still at the time, like, going like back to school, like, and I'm on TV, like, you feel me? Like, and I'm in like middle school, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely like something different, something that was, I didn't have a lot of people that could relate to me, but it changed. I think it made me grow up a lot quicker and made me like look at life way different than it would have been for an average 11, 12-year-old.
Do you feel like, I know like when Mike was growing up, he said he feel like he lost his childhood. Do you feel like you lost your childhood?
Hell yeah, bro. And it's like, I know I was talking to Ahmad earlier and he was saying he wanted to talk about the homeschool and shit. And not only just the homeschool and shit, because it did get to a point to where I was so busy at a young age to where I just couldn't go to school no more. Like, I just couldn't go to school. Like, but yeah, hell yeah, bro. I was young as hell, but I was like really a working actor, bro. Like, and them people, when you on set, they don't care that you young as hell. You better act professional, like, oh, you got a job to do, like you here to work, And that got instilled in me at a young age, bro. I was working, I've been paying bills, bro, since I was like 11, bro. Like, like, and I just say that to say like my mindset was just not even saying more advanced, but just, I was just in different situations, you feel me, at a young age and shit. It got to the point, bro, to where I was just like I said, I had to leave school, so I was doing the homeschool thing. And I still had, my friends that, I go back home with and kick it with and shit, but it was no way in hell that they could understand the type of shit that I'm doing. And I felt like I was missing out on shit. I got to the point to where my whole, like, pretty much middle school, I was homeschooled. 9th grade, I wasn't in school, and then all my friends is doing stuff like, I had never been to no football game. I wanted to do the prom shit. Like, I wanted to do prom. You feel me? So yeah, 9th grade, I ended up coming back to Atlanta. I went to Pebblebrook out here for like my 10th and 11th grade year and shit. And I just went to like regular school. And I was, the agency that I was with in LA when I was living there, I told my agent, like, yo, I just want to be normal for a second, bro. I've been working nonstop, you feel me, doing all this stuff, and I just want to just fall back for a second. And when I did that and decided to come back to high school, I went to public school. They dropped me, bro. They dropped me. I got dropped by my agency. Yeah, I was with one of the biggest agencies at that time, William Morris. I got dropped twice. You feel me? But even through getting dropped, you know, I ended up, when I was dropped, that's when I did Flight. I was dropped at that time. You feel me?
Man.
So, shit. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so it got to the point to where I felt like, damn, like, I haven't really lived like I ain't did enough normal. I done did mad shit, but I haven't done no normal shit. Like, I want some kind of normalcy. So yeah, I went to high school for a couple of years out here.
Do you feel bad for having those feelings? Like, cause like you said, you paying the bills and stuff.
Nah, hell nah. I could do this for the rest of my life, acting, but those experiences like prom, hell yeah, and I went to prom twice, yeah.
So you did go prom?
Yeah, hell yeah, I went to prom twice, yeah. But those stuff like that, you only get the chance to do that once.
Right.
And I understood that at that time, so I was like, man, fuck it, you know.
I went to prom twice too, just for the record.
Yeah.
People went to prom twice.
And I didn't even make it to my senior year. I went to prom as a, but yeah, so shit. But yeah, I'm definitely glad I made it to do that shit.
You was talking about Flight. Speak on some gems or something that you observed from like watching Denzel do his stuff. Cause I know you played his son in the movie, right?
I am drunk. How you doing that movie?
Yeah, bro.
That was movie was cool.
First off, Denzel Washington, bro, is obviously somebody that everybody looking up to coming up, and to be able to work with him was damn near like probably one of the best experiences of my life. And to speak on just how connections and relationships really play a big part in this shit. Kenny Leon, who I spoke on before, who I pretty much like got me started in this shit, big mentor and played a big part in my career, from doing theater in Atlanta as a kid to doing Raising in the Sun with him a few years later. And then Kenny and Denzel, they cool. So when it came time to when they was auditioning the roles for his son, Denzel was having a conversation with Kenny. They play golf together. And he was asking, yo, I'm about to do this movie, Flight. I'm looking for, somebody to play my son. And Kenny suggested me. And I went in and auditioned in front of Denzel Washington. You feel me? And I auditioned in front of him, and shit, they picked me. You feel me? So it's not to say, I ain't saying I got the role because of that, but these relationships, and that shit play a part in this shit, bro.
In life.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And
Like, how do you deal with anxiety in that moment? Like, or was you just like, you wasn't even thinking about it? Like, you might have been young enough where you just wasn't even thinking about it? Or was he like, damn, this is Denzel right here?
I mean, yeah, in your head, you're gonna definitely you're gonna be aware of it, but shit, when it's that time to go, bro, and everything's on the line, you just gotta leave it right there, bro. That's how I go into it. When I go into them rooms, regardless of who I'm in front of, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna give you all I got. You get that one shot.
What's a role that you wanted that you didn't get?
Shit. Yeah, shit. I got pretty. I don't want to say it like that because I don't want to make it. But I'll say some shit like, every role that I go out for, bro, I'll leave it right there. What's for me is for me. Right. And what's not, bro, is for someone else. You feel me? And shit, but I done got, I'll say it like that. I guess that shit don't really matter, but shit, I got down to the last, it was between me and maybe 2 or 3 other people for Empire, for when that shit, when I was trying out for that shit, and I got far as hell in that shit, and then I ended up obviously not getting that shit. But That's why I said, bro, I'm a firm believer in, you feel me? Everything not gonna be for you, bro. And, you know, shit, you gonna take your blessings as you get them, and if it's not for you, bro, that's somebody else's blessing. That's how, you know, I don't look at it no other type of way, you feel me?
So you wouldn't change anything about that whole experience of just going and acting and stuff? Like,
Yeah, and
would you
just
take more time in the real world?
Well, as far as what?
Like going to school, like you wish you had more school time, or
Yeah, because as you speaking, I'm thinking about my experience as a child. Like, you know, I'm watching you on TV, but I'm also going to basketball games and playing football games, and like, but you be like, damn, I wish I was doing what he was doing.
The
You know what I'm saying?
Check
But
this
you
out,
understand
right?
it, man.
So, when I worked with Denzel Washington, so I went to Pebblebrook High School out here, my 10th and 11th grade year. And then after that, I went back. I kind of left school, like I was kind of like, I was living on my own at that point in time. So I was living right here, bro. And I was telling you, I live right here. There's a part, like, I lived in this same complex right here where we at. And I was around this time. So I like kind of stopped going to school. I was taking online classes. And I met Denzel Washington. That would have been my senior year, like pretty much what would have been my senior year. But I was like, I was taking courses online to graduate. I met Denzel Washington, and we used to kick it, bro. Like, really got a chance to really kick it with him. And so he's asking me about what grade you in, are you finishing school? And I'm 12th grade, you know, I'm finishing whatever courses I gotta do online to graduate. And he said, do you want to go to college? And I didn't want to go to college, you know? My mother always wanted me to go to college, you know? I never wanted to go to college. That school shit just...
Ain't for everybody.
ain't for everybody.
So he's telling me, man, you need to go to college. So bro, he told me, if you graduate, you finish the courses that you got to take, you graduate, you make an application, and I'll write you a letter of recommendation to NYU is where his daughter goes, I believe, and you know he sits on the board over there. I applied to probably 10 or 12 schools when I graduated. I ended up graduating online from the homeschool program, and I told him I graduated. He wrote my letter of recommendation to NYU. I applied to 10 or 12 schools. I only got into NYU, and I got into Emerson University in Boston. Out of all the schools I applied to, but those are the two I got into. And so, yeah, I went to NYU for a semester in New York. But this is at the time, while I'm at NYU, Flight came out, and I was working heavy. So I kind of pretty much dropped out of school. I went for a semester, bro. Kind of pretty much flunked out, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Denzel Washington wrote my letter of recommendation. And I kind of felt at the time when I decided to leave school, I kind of felt a little bad. But for my situation, bro, that was just the best thing for me to do at that time. I was a working actor, bro. I was traveling. I was, I was rarely in class. You feel me? So yeah, but that's how that happened. Denzel wrote my letter of recommendation. I went to school, NYU, for a semester. Hell yeah.
When did High School Musical come in play?
Shit, that was early. I was doing The Lion King at the time. I was in New York doing The Lion King, and I believe I got an audition for it through my agent. I believe my agent here, Joy Purvis, got me that audition. And I came out here, and it was a big tryout they had. It was hundreds of kids, mad kids, bro, mad kids. And I tried out, and then they just did cuts, different tryouts. It was probably 3 or 4 rounds, and every cut it'll be less people. And boom, I got that shit.
Was you in 2 and 3 or just 3?
Just 3. Just 3.
I was working with Zac Efron and all them type of actors at that time. How was they grind?
That shit was life changing, bro. Cause it's one thing, yeah, of course, when you that age, yeah, you know Denzel Washington and Jamie Foxx, you know those people, but it's like Zac Efron in like high school. That was like the shit that you was like watching, like that was your shit, you know. So to be able to like be around them, bro, and I was young, bro. I was the youngest person on set at that time. That shit, you feel me? That changed my life. Yo, this was like life-changing stuff for me, bro. Like, but it was great, man. Like being around those people. I got a little sister, and shit, I used to, you know, hell yeah, love Disney Channel with my little sister. Being able to like bring her around those people at that time, I was like a superhero for her. You feel me? And just shit, that shit was great, man. That shit was great.
Like during this acting experience, you ever feel like you got like lost who you are?
Hell no. Nah. I think it's easy to kind of, it gets fucked up sometimes, like mentally, for sure. But I think keeping like a good support system, you know, my family, the people that I got behind me, I feel like been keeping me grounded my whole life, you know. And, you know, I had the opportunity and the blessing to have a lot of great experiences in my life, but those not the only experiences I done had. I done, you know, had a lot of experience and a lot of different stuff, and I've seen a lot and, you know, been through a lot, so I think that's what keep me grounded and knowing what's real and what's not, you know.
Yeah, I see you talk about your mother a lot. Like, what was the like foundation she put in you to be a good person?
I don't know, bro. My mom just kept her foot on my neck, like, just the whole time coming up, and my mom been next to me, like, in everything I done been through, like, good, bad, ugly, you know. So, I don't know. She just, how to answer that question, I don't know. Just my mom just been there, bro. She just been there, you know.
Yeah, I see you talking about her a lot. I can tell, you know, she definitely has a strong influence on you.
Yeah, my mom's like a smart woman, bro. Like she's like I said, she was a teacher growing up. So the homeschool shit, it was like my mom's was my teacher, but my mom's was a teacher. You feel me? So it's like that whole thing, even the education aspect of things, that's kind of like why I went to school for real. I felt as if I damn near, my mom sacrificed a lot for me to be able to do what I want to do. And I damn near felt like I kind of owed it back to her, you know, which was another reason I, you know, went to school. But at the same time, I learned later on that that's not probably the reason you should do shit to please other people. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it is.
Fact.
You gotta do what's best for you.
Like that's the situation with you said about Denzel. So I went through something like that. So I had a lady that gave me a scholarship to go to school. And she gave me a scholarship for my master's for education. And I went, but I ain't finished. So I got to take 2 more classes. But I felt like if I went with my first mind, I wouldn't have accepted, you know, the scholarship. I just would have did what I feel like was right for me.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing my father in my ear telling me, go to school, get your master's, do this. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But not really like why I'm not going with my first gut, my first situation. So I definitely understood what you was coming from when you said like was breaking that college situation down.
Yeah, and that shit, you learn shit like that. Certain shit you can only learn from going through it, bro. Like, you only learn from shit bumping your head a couple times. And that's how I learned probably most of the lessons of my life. Bump my head a couple times. But
even with having children, you think that's going to change how you raise your son?
hell yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I got a son. Man, my son won. And when you see the way just this shit set up for a young black man coming up, bro, when you actually understand it from a different perspective and you been through it, bro, my main goal is to make sure my son not a statistic, you know? And yeah, that's just, it's a new priority, bro, and it changed the way you do everything. When I walk outside my house, I walk out different. I set my mindset up different, you feel me? Having kids, it changed your whole shit, for sure.
I keep hearing that, man. I'm thinking like, dang, I wonder how it's gonna change me when I start having kids.
Bro, it's gonna change a lot.
Yeah,
like,
bro. How old you said your daughter
my
is?
daughter 5 months. So like, I was telling D last night, like, damn, I understand what my father mean when he was scared. When we be out all through the night or just off in college and shit, you be like, damn it.
Yo, it's crazy. Certain shit be hitting like, so you be thinking on shit that your parents used to say to you, and it start clicking. It start clicking, bro. When you have your kids, like for sure.
I thought about that last night. I'm like, my daughter ain't 5 months. I'm thinking about she 18. Like, oh hell no.
Yeah, you got a
scared
little
as hell.
girl
Like,
too, yeah.
I hope I don't be blowing up her phone. Like, where you at? Why you answer the phone? Like, we gotta be home at midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand why they did those things because. Especially now, man, nobody gives a fuck no more. Yeah. It ain't no morals, you know what I'm saying? So niggas is out here just doing wild shit. So like you like, I can't have my daughter be in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show them a little. You know what I'm saying? Like this the world, this what goes on, but you ain't gotta participate in all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But being a parent, boy.
It's a full-time job, bro. Like. And it's never gonna stop. You feel me? You tied into that shit. But man, I love that shit, bro. Like my little boy, bro. That's just beautiful seeing. That's real love, bro. That's when you find out what real love is. There's no love like that when you look at your kid. That's just genuine. That's just pure, bro.
Innocent.
You know, and that shit make you grow up and you watching your kid grow up, bro, and that shit's just, that's it, man. That shit beautiful, bro, for sure.
That's probably one of the biggest things that keep you going through like the tough time.
Yeah, bro, that shit changed my life, bro, and even like some of the toughest stuff that you gonna go through be the best stuff for you sometimes, for sure.
What books you was reading when you was pretty much isolated?
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier, right? And I was like, we was just speaking really more so on the fact that it's kind of messed up. It kind of takes young black men being in situations like going to jail, being locked up, for you to like really sit down, lock in, and focus on yourself, whether it's reading, whether it's focusing on your health and working out or whatever it is. But it's like, it takes those type of situations sometimes for like a lot of young black dudes to get on that. But shit, when I was in there, bro, I was reading all types of stuff from, you know, like the self-help, empowerment types of like the 48 Laws of Power, and, you know, stuff like that. But I'm reading like artists like K1 and like the True to the Game books and like stuff like that, like stuff that's gonna take your mind away from your current situation, and it make you feel like you watching a movie, like when you reading those types of books. Or even like I was reading like the orc books, like Lord of the Rings or like Harry Potter, or like, you know, just like stuff like that, like just crazy different type of stuff.
You think the fact that you're a well-known figure made it like a little bit different or more difficult for you because
in
like,
jail?
Yeah,
bro. Yo, my movies was coming on.
Damn.
On the unit while you feel me? And shit, and I know like I've been moving around in Boston for a minute, so that's why I did my time. So I knew a whole lot of people up in there. You know, I was, you know, shit, I was moving all around the building, from shit, being on the unit, working in the kitchen, doing the community work programs, like when I wrapped up, where you see the people like out there picking up the trash and shit, but they inmates and shit. I was doing shit like that. In and out of the hole, like going to the hole and shit like that. So shit. Yeah, I was all around that shit, but yeah, my movies is coming on TV and shit like that while I'm up in there and shit like that. So that shit was crazy, man. Yo, it's so crazy, bro. I know everything happened for a reason, bro. And yo, at that time, bro, I was moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, bro, as far as just like shit, it was, you know, shit, it was different. It was a different time and point in my life, shit. I was in Boston visiting my mother. I hadn't been to Boston in a minute. I was living in LA at the time. And I hadn't seen my mom's in like a year. My mom was living in Boston, shit. Went to visit her. I was in Boston all of like a couple of days. I was about to go to Chicago to shoot a movie that I had just booked. I was about to go shoot a movie. The day before I'm supposed to get on the plane and go to Chicago, I catch my case in Boston and end up, shit, you know, obviously getting caught up there and not doing the movie and shit. You know.
How did your mindset change when you got out?
Man,
different.
What I say is like this. How I say I was moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, bro. That shit showed me how everything could stop, bro, in a matter of just one decision, one moment, and one something that takes this long to do can change your whole shit, bro. And like I say, I was moving 1,000,000 miles a minute at that time, not just like on some, not in the streets, but like I was working, I was, you know, doing a lot of shit, you know? Shit, and at that time, I'm doing so much shit, and I never reaped the repercussions or the consequences in a bad way of any of the bad shit that I was doing. I damn near felt like it was none. So that shit was important, bro, because at that time in my life, I was moving so fast. I'm damn near like I needed that reality check real quick to kind of like let you know this shit could get ugly. This shit could get bad, bro. You know? So.
You feel like your circle changed when you got out, or was it still pretty solid?
Yeah, it had to, bro. And it's like, it had to, bro. But I feel like the people that I had in my circle, a lot of them, shit, they not even around, bro. Like, they in jail, not here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, that shit's sad. Once I start saying, like, damn, the people that's closest to me, you feel me? Shit, a lot of them not here. Freedom, you know? People that's, you know? And I'm like, man. So I wouldn't say my circle changed even as much. Yeah, it did to an extent. But even people that was around me, I feel as if I got them on a time where it's like, bro, if you gonna be around me, bro, you gotta be on this type of time, right? Or we gotta be doing something, bro. And I feel like that damn near like kind of open people that's around me, open their eyes a little bit, you know?
And I feel like us as black men, like right now, shit, it's time for us to really become men. We be boys for so long, we forget to turn on the men switch.
It's a hard step to take, bro.
Man.
Like, it's a hard step to take when you think about, you know, it is, bro. It's, you know?
Because, like, I look at other communities, they really get married at like 20, 21. You know, we hoeing all our 20s. You like, shit, fuck, I ain't want to tie down something, 30-something, 35. But you realize, like, that's making you move sloppy. You ain't building nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just out here. We be like, damn, we be boys for so long. That it takes something to really sit us down and be like, damn, I got to be a man. I got to man up and just take care of business.
I feel like shit like having kids and, you know, going through certain shit, man, that should be like just even more motivation to just like, man, I gotta get I gotta get it together, bro. You feel me? Because you can't just be out here just dangling, just you feel me? Just, you know, bro, you can't, bro. Or it's like, you know.
Because now you gotta feed a generation and a generation after that for real.
Hey, it's deeper than just you. You can't be selfish no more. You know, you gotta. Yeah, so.
You ever like gave acting classes to like younger actors or like?
Yeah, I did like, well, I've done like workshops and shit like that before. I wanna definitely in the future get into like, get into that, offering that. Even if it's not acting classes, like teaching you how to act, maybe like workshops that's teaching you like the steps to take to, you know, like we were speaking on earlier, getting into the industry, like what is those first steps to take? What type of, you know, something like that. So yeah, that's something I want to definitely get into.
Who inspires you musically? I know you into music, so who inspires you musically?
My music preferences is so wide, bro. But just like off the top of my head, Lil Wayne. I just work with Method Man and the Wu. Like, I fuck with the Wu. Like, my shit, like, I fuck with like shit from Outkast. You feel me? To like to Mac Dre, to Wu-Tang, bro. Like, I fuck with a whole bunch of little bit of everything, you feel me? And I like really, growing up, I was a whole lot of I was in Atlanta, I was in New York, I was in LA, so you feel me? So, but like I said, I just worked with Method Man on this movie that I did called On the Come Up. Sanaa Lathan directed it. It's her directorial debut. I play Method Man's son, and it's like a music, like it's a rap type of movie. Like I play a rapper in the movie, and like I got a chance to like record songs for the movie and stuff like that. So yeah, working with him, shit. That's why I say it like that. But working with him was like, damn, I used to be really bumping you, and I'm really like right here with you, bro. So shit like that be crazy, bro. Hell yeah. Shout out Method Man, and that movie's gonna be crazy, bro. Like I say, Method Man, Sanaa Lathan, Lil Yachty's in the movie. Lil Yachty went to Pebblebrook too. To the same high school that I went to when I was out here. Shit. He a little younger than me, so we didn't go at the same time, but that shit was hard. Who else? Rhapsody. That's Mike Epps. That shit gonna be crazy, bro. Yeah, for sure.
It's coming out next year or the end of this year?
It don't got a release date yet. We just finished shooting it, like, so it'll probably be out like maybe like top of next year, maybe end of this year, something like that. It don't got a date yet, but it'll be out for sure.
So if you could describe your life up to now in one word, how would you describe it?
In one word, an experience, a learning experience, bro. And it's, you know, an experience. I feel like that's what life is, bro. Like I said, man, I feel like I done had the opportunity to have so much experience, you know, and not just speaking on the highs, but the lows too, you know. And I feel like that's what made me who I am with those experiences, bro. So, and I feel like it's taking those and learning from them, whether it's good, bad, ugly. The only way that you can grow is when you take those experiences and you kind of take yourself out of your body and learn from them and make sure that your next moves portray that. That's what I'll say.
Is it tough having those like real conversations because you feel like people can relate, or do you feel like people don't need to relate? They just want, you know, somebody like, you know, just talk about your life with.
I think them conversations be tough, bro. Like, because, bro, we don't have shit conversation enough, bro. Mm-hmm. I be saying, bro, I encourage like the therapy and stuff like that, bro, because I started there. So like therapy for young black men is a must. That's what I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do, but it's something we need, bro. And it's something that's what they do, bro, because it's helpful, bro. Your mental, just like you go for your physical, bro, to check your body, just like you go to the dentist, bro, to make sure that your dental is clean, just like you go to young black men gotta check on your mental, bro. You need to go see somebody to talk to, bro. or something like that, especially if you a young dude that's going through shit and is stressed and is been, yo, bro, we got a lot of shit on us, bro. Trauma is real. Anxiety, depression, all of that shit, bro. You gotta treat your mental health as if you'll treat your physical health as well. You feel me? So I say that to say, yeah, it is hard to have them conversations, but so I'll tell you this story. Like, my people like my mother and my sister, they always like wanted me to go to therapy or like, yo, you need to talk to somebody first, you know. And I always like, no, I'm not doing that shit, you know. I don't need that shit's for crazy. Nah, I'm not crazy or whatever the case is, like, you know. But you know, we our first reaction to that type of shit is to push it away. I went to jail and I'm in the hole. I get administrated to the hole, and you know, in the hole you doing like 23 hours in your cell. Some days 24. And so in the state of Massachusetts, that's just considered torture. Like I had to do the rest of my time there. It wasn't like I was just there. I had to do the rest of my time there. So when you in that sort of situation, they make it mandatory that you have to see like a mental health person like like once or twice a week or whatever. So I was doing it like that was my introduction to therapy. And it was so helpful for me, bro, because that shit, bro, that box shit is, yo, you going crazy in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's crazy. So I started going to therapy in there, and the lady who I was seeing in there when I came home, she also did it on the street. Like, she was like a therapist, like, on the streets too. So I continued to see her, like, when I came home, and, you know, continued going to, and bro, that shit was so helpful in just my transformation, bro, and just like that shit, I needed that shit, you know what I'm saying?
If you don't mind, talk about where your mind has to go with that. Because, you know, my brother, he's serving a life sentence right now. He did so much time in the box. When he came home from his first bid, he used to talk to me about that and just like how he was just never the same. You know, like, I think that might have like activated his schizophrenia a little bit just for him being in that box for so long. He was in it for months. And he was like, bro, he just lost track of time. Like, he like lost track of like time, bro. Yeah. Like, he didn't even know, like I'm like, bro, you was only in there for 3. He like, bro, I was not in there for 3. Like, I don't know how long I was in there, bro.
That shit's good, bro.
Like,
yo,
bro, a lot of my, like, I got brothers, close people that my best friends that's doing all day those life sentences, bro. And even just, yo, bro, that shit changes. Yo, when you up in there, bro, I don't know how to say it, bro. You just imagine you locked up in that shit, like in some shit that's damn near not as big as this carpet, like maybe as big as this carpet. You feel me? And you feel me? That shit's gonna drive you crazy, bro. That's why I say the situation I was in, it's legally considered torture. It's torture. You gotta talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of, not even just, jail is a traumatic situation, but it don't take going to jail to have to be able to talk to somebody, bro. It's enough shit that people is going through every day, bro, out here in the wide open public, bro. That's, you know, and it's traumatic, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's damaging to your mental, bro. Yeah.
How do you get schizophrenia? My mom, yeah.
I don't even, to be honest, bro, I don't even know. I just
because
it's a mixture of things, bro.
That shit really scares me because,
yo, y'all familiar with ACEs? So ACEs, it's this test. I just learned about this shit. So another part of the work that I do, I work with this organization in Massachusetts or in Boston called the C Institute, and it's pretty much developed from like young people that's all been through the system, that's all, you know, kind of been through certain situations, and we taking those situations and we developing games for like middle school, high school students that address like areas of social injustice, like that address like mass incarceration, and we make games for the educators as well, like teachers, social workers, shit like that. ACEs is this test that I guess like high school, middle school students take, and it's like it's used to classify. So they'll ask you a whole bunch of questions. Have you ever been a victim of gun violence? Have you ever seen death? Have you, you know, ever been molested? Have you ever, whatever? And based on this test, however many points you get, like they grade it based on the points of however you answer yes or no. And it's been scientifically proven that obviously black and brown kids test higher on those type of tests. Right. And it's been scientifically proven that the higher you test on that score, which means that you've been through more traumatic situations than, you know, your white counterpart or whatever, it's been scientifically proven that the higher the score, you're more susceptible to stuff like cancer, suicide, schizophrenia, your health. These traumatic situations, so they're making the connection that these traumatic situations that you go through as a kid or growing up have an effect on your health as you get older, bro, on your physical health, on your mental health. It's been scientifically proven. You could look it up. I'm not, you feel me?
No, that's a fact.
So, yeah, bro, when you start learning shit like that, man, it make you, and like you said before, especially you having kids and shit like that, and you realize and shit like that, it make you, hell yeah, it gotta change.
I really watch what I read, not read, but watch. I watch what I put in my brain now, dog. It be the vibration too low, I can't fuck with it. Cause then it's messing up in my head. That's why I asked about that schizophrenia, cause lately, it's like I need to go to therapy, I really do. But I'm trying not to get caught up in so much shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now, so much shit going on. And the shit I be wanting to learn, then you be like, damn, you want to learn all this shit. Now you can't even move because your brain just fucked up trying to learn everything. That's why I be like, let me sit down and just read back and refocus. Like, man, it's just, I get scary around this bitch lately.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. I just think it was just traumatic experiences in life that like triggered that thing. And that mixed with, you know, doing drugs, obviously, it just like, it activates it, bro. Because we all done seen some crazy stuff, bro. Been through some crazy stuff. And it's crazy how we don't even know how powerful it is till we speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling y'all in the car before I got here, like, bro, I broke down crying on the phone like 2 days ago just talking about losing my father. You know what I'm saying? Because I can count on my hands how many times I've talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
that shit.
Yeah, we even just being not saying emotion, but expressing emotion in general, bro, let alone the therapy piece of it. Yeah, but expressing emotion in our communities, bro, is already just hard to do, and we bottle so much shit up, bro. We bottle so much shit up from years and years and years that, you know, that's been suppressed, and it's like, you gotta let that shit out, bro.
Because it takes so long to meet somebody who actually cares, like somebody actually listening. Yeah. Like bro, young kids, especially like me and Spank, we working in inner city schools for a long time. You working with the youth as well, you know, programs, and it's like, they can tell when somebody is genuinely listening to them, like when somebody genuinely cares, bro. Like, so when I tell my story, when I talk, like I know somebody cares. So like when you talking to somebody and you can tell that like they care, bro, it's just like, it just bring a different energy out of you. Especially when you're talking to like a feminine, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
you're talking to
peace.
You know, it just bring it out of you, bro.
I got a kid at my school, right? I had a Chicago Bulls jacket, like the old starter jacket. Well, I gave him that jacket a month ago. He wear that bitch every day. And bro, it been 90 degrees, bro. He wear it every day, bro. Like, it's like, damn. Just that little, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he wear that jacket every day, bro.
So much, yeah.
And it has been 90 degrees back up there, bro. He wear that jacket every day, bro. And I don't even say nothing. I'd be like, what up, Mr. Davis? I'm like, what up, man? I'd be like, damn. He don't take it off, bro. It's like, damn. So it show you how much love can go, bro. It's just showing love to people. I'm like, damn, bro. That's crazy. What's your mission? What you feel like your purpose and your mission is now?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna give you the real answer, bro. I feel like I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, you know, like, I can't just sit here. I could give you maybe an answer that'll sound good, like, but, yo, bro, I'm still trying to figure out my mission. I know, yeah, I love acting and, you know, making music, art, movies, whatever, but I know that's not my only shit that I got going. I feel like as if I just was just an actor for the rest of my life, then I probably didn't do enough. You know, it's not just about that. And I'm passionate about a lot of other stuff, so it's like, shit, I feel like I'm figuring out. I know that I definitely have a voice. I know I definitely got a platform that I need to be aware of, and I know it's people watching me, and not even if it's like not even talking about the big screen of fame, but like I got a little boy, you feel me, that's watching me. So even just for that purpose, bro, I know, I know that I'm a person that's in a position to where I can't play with it. I can't take it for granted, and I know that whether I like it or not, people is looking at me, and people is, you know, damn near taking notes or watching. So I gotta make sure, I'm not, whether I want to or not, I gotta make sure I'm not misleading anybody if they is following me.
That was a real answer, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That answer just relieves so many people, because a lot of people feel like they know what they going, but they don't. Like you said, I'm still trying to figure it out. You know
like Tony Jones said, like, I feel like my purpose is just to be happy, bro.
Yeah.
And spread love, bro. Like, that's what I can. Like, I used to have it all figured out when I was younger. Yeah. Then when I got older, it was like, shit hit me. I'm just
so
like,
much shit coming to you.
I'm supposed to be happy, bro. Because I notice I impact more people when I'm happy.
You are.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
all this extra shit we gotta do, man. That'd be like, well, why I'm doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My dad died, bro. To be honest, I feel like I wanted to stop everything. Like, right to this day, well, you know, it's only been like a month, but like I don't want to do shit. But like you said, really just make people happy. Just go around the world, hey, how you doing today? How your day going? Just spread love. I don't want to do shit else, bro. There's nothing else to do. But I mean, you got to work, but it still just be like, I don't know, bro. I ain't trying to work and die, bro. It's like, I don't want to fuck that.
Yeah, bro, you got to give yourself that time for real life experience. Like I say, experiences, bro. That's really what matter at the end of the day. It don't really matter about all that other shit, bro. It just matter about, you feel me, happiness, bro. Shit like that. Like that.
We be forgetting, like it's real life out here, bro. I think that's one of the things that working in the schools really helped me see. Like, bro, it's real out here. Even if you like living out in another place and you don't have anything good and you straight and you're not really dealing with the stresses of life at that immediate moment, like somebody is, bro. Like, life is real, bro, at all times, even if you ain't experiencing it. That shit'll hit you.
I was reading this book. They said isolation is actually bad. They said you need to be around people.
That's a fact. People going through everything. Like, people be like, bro, I don't want negative injury. That's true. At the end of the day, bro, somebody had to be around your negative ass at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking for myself.
I ain't gonna lie, though. I'd rather be by myself than be around some negative shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Well, you gotta be around like-minded people.
Yeah.
I was just saying, they saying us being isolated, like that shit drives you fucking
But
crazy.
that, even being around like-minded people, when I was a negative person, I was around other negative people. So being around that like-minded people shit can kind of deter you if your mindset is fucked up and you putting yourself around like-minded people. Then you gonna put yourself around other people they shit, you feel me? It's not gonna be a good group of people.
We talked about that in Kill Your Fantasies, that episode. Like, do you think it's your responsibility to like help out the homies, like if you see them on the wrong track? But
hell yeah, if that's your homie, hell yeah, because you feel me? When I'm tripping, it's like the people I keep around me, it's like somebody gonna let me know, like, you're bugging, bro. Like, or that's what and I'm gonna do the same. Like, if that's really my homie, like, you gotta think, like, shit, if you gonna be somebody that's around me, or, you know, it's gonna be like, all right, when you see him, you gonna see him, and it's like, shit, if you gonna be associated with me, it's like, shit, you just can't just be out here just on no, just whatever shit, like, you know? So, shit, for sure, if that's your real homie, you gonna always check and he gonna have to take it as constructive criticism, for for sure. Oh, that's not your homie.
So if you could give your younger self some advice, what would you tell your younger self? Like, before you got into acting and all that, like, what advice would you give him, like, to prepare him for what he's going to experience in life?
Slow down, bro. Slow down, bro. And like I said, my situation is kind of, I was forced to grow up just so young, so shit. But I would have just said slow down, bro. But that's all I would have said, bro, because at the end of the day, like I said, the situations I've been through, sometimes it take you bumping your head, bro, and going through certain shit to learn certain shit. You know better when you show better. Like, you show better when you know better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and sometimes you ain't gonna know better until shit. So I'm like that, but that's probably like what I would tell my younger self, bro. Like, slow down, like shit, and realize what's important, bro. Like I don't know, man. I think you gotta allow yourself to experience and shit, bro. Like, that's why traveling is so important, bro. If you young, bro, and you got the means to, bro, no matter how old you is, but if you got the means to go see something different, bro, even if it's just the next state over from where you at, bro, just go somewhere, bro. Just go see something different, bro. Like, you feel me? And that'll give you, that'll change your mind just so much, bro. You know what I mean? Like, open your mind so much, bro.
Man, the nigga was talking about that. We were talking about that earlier. I said, damn, I wish niggas could experience what we experienced in college. Them 5 years, bro, we got the fuck on from the city and just experience life, bro. It was just like when you got back, you was like, the fuck, y'all still on this shit? You know what I'm saying? You know.
And I get it, bro. It's like, that's why I say if you got the means to, because I know it'd be fucked up. Like, some people, like, but even if you don't, bro, make that a priority. Like, a nigga save up $100 to go buy some weed or buy some shoes. Like, save that shit up, bro, and go get you a little JetBlue somewhere, bro, and go, you feel me? Go do something, bro.
Like, state next door to you.
The next, bro, you feel me? Or something, bro, or get a rental, or just go do something, bro. You know, and that shit, you don't know how much just even little shit like that will just change your perspective, just put you on some a new lane, bro, like, you know?
Yeah, it's scary not being the big fish, bro. You move to a different city and it's like, bro, don't nobody know you gotta start from level 1 now. I think that's what hurts a lot of people. Like, people just love knowing the person who lives on the next block, knowing, you know, who up at the corner store, knowing the rotation. Like, change is hard for people, bro. Like,
yeah, it is. Ain't nothing like you can just walk up to the corner store, I know so-and-so gonna be there, now you in a new spot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I moved to Atlanta, I'm like, oh, what the? Like, it was different, bro. Like, it took some time to adjust to, you know, Atlanta and just the culture and just everything, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I had to start from ground 1, bro. Like, and I think it humbled me, bro. Like, it really humbled me. Like, I moved here and I had to survive. It was like, you gotta survive, bro. And like,
you don't mind.
You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
salute your ass.
And you know, and it give you like a different confidence, bro. Like, you know, like nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah,
like,
when you know you standing on your own too.
Man, like, I could have, bro, perished, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, figure it out. You got 20 days, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't figure it out in 20 days, you done. It's like, shit, who can I tap in with? What can I do? And that really put your mind at the test, bro. And that's what moving and changing your surroundings really mean, bro. But I appreciate you doing this episode with us, bro. Like, this is powerful, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, we definitely got to do some stuff in the future, bro. Like, we just trying to keep expanding this, but it's just, you know, having real conversations that I think is really going to pack a lot of people, because our demographic is 25 and under. That's 90% of our podcast. So when we talk, we're just trying to talk to
people in our age group, bro.
Younger, and just like tell them, like, bro, we giving you the game so you can do it a different way and just, you know, live a little happily.
Yeah, I just turned 28, bro. Like, you feel me? My 25th birthday, I got locked up with a gun. That was after I came home, you know? Shit. Bro, this who I'm trying to talk to, bro. That whole demographic, bro. Cause, man, And on the other end of it, yeah, hell yeah, I got shit that I could. But man, I'm here for the other part, bro. I'm here for the, you feel me? I feel like it's bigger than that, bro. I feel like that's damn near part of my mission for sure. I'll be doing a disservice if I didn't hop on here and have these conversations with y'all. So I appreciate it, bro, for having me.
I appreciate you for sure, dog.
This is the realest conversation on the web, man.
Yeah, fucking let me follow me on IG, man. BGM_JUS. BGM just on the come up, coming soon. Bloodline coming soon. Whole lot of shit coming soon, bro. Free S3.
Hey man, this is Breaking the Machine. Justin Martin, Spank the Bank, Ahmad the Poet. That's a wrap. You dig?
Yo.
Gone.